Listen, the fragrance we're going to be talking about today was all the talk when I was in high school in terms of name brand. This brand controlled exquisite, high quality fashion and had fragrances to go with it. Strap up, we're going for a ride. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon, and listen, guys, we have a fragrance from the house of Ed Hardy. Okay, this is Love and Luck for men. Sometimes it's also labeled Christian Audigier, who I think is the designer, the perfumer. I'm not sure. Who cares? Love is Luck by Ed Hardy. Story time. I was in a TJ Maxx and I was floored by the fact that I found Lattafa. Do I have it out? Lattafa Rams Gold for $17. The price is not what really struck me. What struck me is I found this in a TJ Maxx. You don't see Lattafa very often. So, hoping that I could be on a similar roll, I slid over next door to Ross and did my usual 1-2. Now, Ross's in Arizona are not that special. There's normally one rack with a very limited selection, maybe like 30 or less, a lot of times fragrances. I've seen people doing their, shopping day out and score a ton of awesome fragrances, and they get all the unique stuff sliding through there. But Ross rarely has a lot of stuff. I normally at the Rosses I go to see a lot of Calvin Klein and a lot of the cigar Cuba fragrances. What else do I see? A lot of just a lot of Calvin Klein, really. A lot of Jupe, a lot of I've seen Mercedes Benz in there, Ferragamo sometimes, but it's not a big variety. You get familiar with a lot of these fragrances and you get pissed off going in there sometimes. But I have Ross's and TJ Maxx's and Burlingtons everywhere in Arizona. So if I'm willing to drive around, you start to learn which ones kind of carry a little more fragrances and which places kind of carry more variety that slides through. So anyways, I was going for a parent-teacher meeting for a meet the teacher night for my son. Slid over to TJ Maxx, found a Lattafa fragrance. It was like, let me try my luck a second time. And lo and behold, Ross had this Love and Luck by Ed Hardy. I'm pretty sure TLTG, I'm sorry if I'm botching your name, but that YouTuber has rocked this fragrance and said how much he loves this. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. I'm sure it's something fruity, maybe citrusy, but let's just see. I mean, the bottle is so like early 2000s. When I was in high school, everybody, I mean, I take that back. When I moved into like a more richer area, a lot of people had on Ed Hardy. More specifically, like young people would rock a lot of the Ed Hardy hats, probably because they were cheaper to buy. But a lot of people had Ed Hardy fashion, and that was just kind of this rebellious, luxurious kind of style that brought a whole different aesthetic to fashion that was playful yet seemed classy. Like it was almost like the cool bunch. I forget if the marketing was geared towards younger adults, but I feel like it was, like kind of the teenager to 25, 30-year-old category was who it was marketed to. But they had these fragrances. And I mean, this is a bottle that back then you would have looked at and been like, yeah, I want that on my shelf. It looks like, now this bottle right here is highly questionable. But, with the actual cap on, having this in your collection, you would have looked like, oh, shoot, that guy has Ed Hardy. That's the cool new hip thing. So let's check out the fragrance. But I just wanted to give you a little story time because that's what I remember about Ed Hardy. It was never something I wore, but a lot of chicks wore Ed Hardy hats, had little Ed Hardy accessories, and I think they definitely had a lot of Ed Hardy t-shirts and stuff like that. They had jeans, but I remember the shirts and the hats being like all the rave. And I remember a lot of young adults rocking the eau de toilettes, which I think they have like 4 or 5 different kinds. I'm going to spray this one more time. Let's get into the fragrance. I know I have some, I was going to call them fans, but they're probably not fans. I have some people who are like, man, 8 minutes in and you still haven't talked about the fragrance. Guys, if it was really about the fragrance for you, why are you on my channel? You know what I'm saying? Like, giving you guys high quality value and accurate information about these fragrances to influence your purchase is extremely important to me. I try to keep it so real and so authentic so that you clearly know if you'd like or won't like a fragrance when you're buying it. That's so my MO. People have called me the professor, the scientist when they talk about my channel because of how thorough and technical I get. So you're going to get that here. But in my mind, if you're coming to my channel and being mad because I didn't just open up my scroll of hard facts and give them to you, it's like, bro, right now I have 300 subscribers. I am not the go-to reference for fragrances in by and large in the grand scheme. If you want checklists, you know what I'm saying? You got Gensense, you got freaking aromatics, you got, I don't know, that little white dude with the little coats and sweaters on. I forget his dang channel. He's got a text line you can go to. I mean, everybody's giving you quick checklists. What I'm selling you on my channel, in addition to accuracy and authenticity, is me. If you look at the description of my fragrance channel, it says my journey through fragrance, along with some helpful tips, tricks, and resources to help your buying experience. So first and foremost, this is kind of just me vlogging almost about my experience. And I think that's why the channel grows, because people like to connect and feel like they're with you in the room talking about fragrance. They don't want to, most people don't, if you're just in it for looking at quick lists for fragrances, go on Google and just type top 20, clones and go find the biggest channels. They're going to give you that checklist and that recyclable material that you see every week, people recycling their top 5s and top 10s and top 20s. That's just not me. I'm going to give you the journey, the experience, and I'm going to give you the accuracy and the authenticity to help you purchase. But it's going to take a little while. I got my timer right here. I know I'm at 7 minutes and 40 seconds, and I haven't told you how this smells yet. But that's what this channel's all about, guys. So anyway, back to the fragrance. This is Ed Hardy's Love and Luck, and on the front it says love is a gamble. Typical Ed Hardy aesthetic. Now I'm going to tell you this smells fresh. It smells citrusy, it smells aromatic, and it smells woodsy. On the initial blast, let me just test this. I might actually pop this on skin a little. On initial blast, it's a little sweeter, but it definitely dries down for me into kind of your typical airy, crisp, like aromatic citrus and woods. Very fresh, very linear, but very fresh. The ingredients are of high quality here. This is going to be a freshie with charm. Let's go ahead and roll to the window here, and let's just see what notes are in it. This very much is reminiscent of Mercedes-Benz Regular and Mercedes-Benz Intense, and I can see why. Up top, we've got mandarin and regular orange, bergamot citrus, cardamom. In the middle, we've got violet, cypress, and sage. In the base, we have musk, cedar, vetiver, and agarwood oud. I am curious right now, just because Fragrantica Mercedes-Benz. Where's the OG? So we've got Mercedes-Benz Intense. Let's just look at Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so citrus is up top, violet in the mid, vetiver, cedar. Yeah. So, I mean, guys, this is very much like a Mercedes-Benz Regular or a Mercedes-Benz Intense kind of fragrance. Let's get out of that and just go back to Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy's gone a slightly different direction, trying to add agarwood, oud, cypress, and sage, so a little more florals and woods, which I very much think it dries down to, for sure. Yeah, there's not a lot of complexity to this fragrance. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I do think, let's talk price here. I bought this for $17 at Ross. That's a steal to me. Freshies in Arizona, you can never have too many. Most of my collection is freshies. You want fresh fragrances that go spring, summer, and high heat. So for that, I think you could bust this out and do 10 sprays, guys. 8 to 10 sprays, easy. It's an eau de toilette, 100 ml for 17. I think across internet, you're going to find it for 20-ish bucks, 20, 25-ish bucks, maybe even 20, low 20s. If you find it in Ross, well, it was weird. When I bought this, it didn't have a price tag on it, so they had to go up front and just kind of make up a price for it. So I don't know. Maybe I don't even know if they could have went lower on it, but nonetheless, in the fresh fragrance category, this might be a great option for you. Like Mercedes-Benz Intense is going to have a lot more projection and longevity, and it's going to be this note profile pretty freaking close. I think Mercedes-Benz Intense has a little more robustness to the longevity. Like it not only is longevity, but it's also richer, which rightfully so. It's an eau de parfum. The concentrate's better, a little bit better perfumery. And it's a little more straight to the point. It doesn't try to complexify with additional notes that are kind of taking away from the overall drive of the straightforwardness of this kind of orange floral wood. But for $17, I think Mercedes-Benz Intense is probably going to run you 30, 40 bucks for the super big bottle. It'll run you about 20 to 25 bucks for the 100 ml. This is just sitting right below it. Save 5 to 8 bucks. You get the same kind of profile. It's more light. I think this has crazy good use case in your collection, guys. If you want to have that like I haven't seen an orange fragrance that has missed yet. I think when you go orange citrus with a heart of florals and a base of woods, and you make sure vetiver's in there for that complexity, you literally just cannot miss. Now, I don't really smell the oud, the agarwood oud, or the sage, but I definitely get the orange, violet, cypress, cedar, vetiver, musk. And it just comes off very woody, touch of floral orange, and it's so pleasant, guys. Again, think Mercedes-Benz regular. This is like they're almost identical twins. Ed Hardy's just a touch crisper and lighter, but I imagine this would perform just as good as Mercedes-Benz regular if you hit yourself with 10 sprays. This is 10 sprays indoor or outdoor, shines in spring and summer, ageless fragrance. Everybody loves complex woods with a touch of orange and floral. So you can't lose in use case. This can go casual to formal. It's not really suit and tie, but it's semi-formal, romantic night, class, errand running, gym scent, in school, teenage or adult, college or high school. So much versatility. And now I know why, what is it, TLTG? I don't know the guy's channel, but I mean, I listen to it regularly, so I know the channel, but because he's got that abbreviation, I don't know if my letters are right. I see him rocking this. He loves this OG. I think I'm his age anyway. So when I saw that he was spraying this and kind of saw it in Ross, I'm like, yo, let me pick that up. I think it's going to be fire, and it is. It's an absolutely fire fragrance. For under 20 bucks, 100 ml, this will be one of the most versatile citrus, woody, orange fragrances that you have. Do not get Mercedes-Benz and this. It will be redundant. They are basically the same fragrance. This is a touch more close to that. If you want more performance and you care about projection and longevity, scratch this and get Mercedes-Benz Intense. But if you don't care about caking on the sprays and going 8 to 10 sprays all around and just having a great fragrance that you can just bust out in spritz, for 20 bucks or less, I got it for 17. This is an absolute steal. So if you haven't got your hands on Mercedes-Benz Intense yet or Mercedes-Benz Regular, this is a phenomenal fragrance. Close cousin, close brother, very similar palette. It's got everything you love. The vetiver for the complexity, the florals for the freshness, the orange for the slightly playfulness to the class. You know, if it's just woods and slight floral, it's pure class, manly man. But that orange citrus takes it in the area of versatility. So now it's any season, any reason, ageless, almost every single occasion type fragrance. Not the best power, but with 10 sprays, you'll get your power that you're looking for. Again, this is Ed Hardy's Love and Luck by Christian Audigier, and I got it at Ross. You can get it online for anywhere below 25 bucks, and I think it's an absolute steal. Wonderfully made fragrance, nothing synthetic about it. Very easy grab and go to your daily happenings. So let me know if you guys have this, if you've smelt it. I'm kind of curious to see what else is in the line, if they have any other male fragrances with the Ed Hardy. But so far, they're off to a great start in my book for my first impression with it. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed week. And this is the Scent Bubble. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I read all the comments. I post videos every single day. And we're going to keep going hard. Y'all have a great night.